morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hey, today we're going to do an experiment to demonstrate how a plant sucks up nutrients from the soil, right? We learned that plants need to eat, right? And they don't eat pizza and they don't eat chicken nuggets, right? They don't go to McDonald's, right? So they need food. And we also learned that plants help make food for us, for the world. They help make food because the food grows and we eat it, and it also helps to make the air clean. Plants produce oxygen, which is what we need to breathe to stay alive. So plants are super important, right? So we're going to do this experiment, and through the magic of science, we're going to get to see how actually the water and the nutrients suck up through the stem and into the flowers of a plant. Okay, so we're going to use celery. Remember I told you that if you eat celery, you eat plants, you eat the stem of a plant. I love celery. It's crunchy and it's delicious. And one way you can eat it is if you're allowed to eat peanuts, you can cut it up and put peanut butter on it. Or you can put cream cheese and you can put raisins, and it's called ants on a log, and you can pretend you're eating ants on a log, and it's delicious and it's very good for you. So this is a bunch of celery that I bought in the store. So it looked like this before. It grows in the ground like this. And guess what? I have celery growing outside. So as soon as it gets a little big, I'm going to show it to you. And it came in this bag, right? That's where I get my vegetables most of the time. I have to go to the store for them. I grow them in the summer, but in the winter I need to go to the store. So there were roots here. You see that end? There used to be roots attached to that, but they cut the roots off because we don't eat the roots of the celery. Some people do, but then you have to just buy the roots. They send this to the stores and we buy it. So I took the bottom off. Okay, I took the bottom off with a knife. I do not want you to use a knife. You need to ask your grown-up to help you. Okay, so I cut a big piece off because if I just put this in the water, nothing's going to happen because there's no tubes being shown there, right? They're all sealed. They got sealed when they cut the root off. We need to cut it off so those, we call them ribs in celery. If you look at celery, they have lines in there, and those lines are the straws, and you can see them there. We need to open up those straws because you know when you suck milk out of a straw or chocolate milk, the bottom needs to be open, right? If the bottom is sealed or if there's a kink in the straw, you can't get anything up there, right? So you need to open up those passageways, right? So that's what I did. That's how I did it. I cut it. So I have two glasses. They're very heavy duty glasses. You can use glasses, you can use vases, you could use mason jars is a good idea too, okay? And this part, the kiddies can do, okay? So I took a measuring cup and I'm going to pour some in here. I'm going to make it even, so I'm going to do a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. It's more than halfway full, okay? Just about half, actually, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to separate, but before I do that, let me ask you a question. If I just put that in there, it will still work. These tubes are open. The plant will suck up the nutrients and the water, and it'll feed the leaves. But how can we tell? Its water is clear, so we need to do something to make the water colored. What do you think we can do to color the water? Well, we can use food coloring. If you don't have food coloring, you can use other things. You can use Kool-Aid in the powder pouch. You can use Jell-O in the powder pouch that's colored. You can use old markers and just let them sit in the water till all the color comes out of them. There's options, right? So I'm going to take, the kiddies can do this, lots of drops. I'm going to do quite a few drops because I want that water to be really dark blue so that when I put the celery in and I leave it, I can see the blue coming up into the leaves. I hope so. So, I've got my two colors. I'm going to split my pile into two, kind of evenly if I can, right? Almost evenly. Do you see the leaves? What color are they? The leaves are green. Now, let me ask you, when I put the one pack of stems into the red and one into the blue, what do you think is going to happen to the leaves in the blue water? Well, eventually, and then what do you think is going to happen to the leaves in the red? This is the red water. I said blue. The blue water and the red water. What's going to happen to the green leaves of a stem that I put in the red water? What color are the leaves going to turn? Red, probably, right? And then if the stems that I put in the blue water, what color should the green leaves turn? bluish. Now, you have to keep in mind that these are green, they're not white, so they're not going to turn bright red and bright blue, but we have to watch them. Now, why didn't it happen yet? Well, that's patience. Science takes time. Nature takes time, right? We need to give the plant, we need to give the stem a chance to use. Already I see that the bottom is starting to tinge red and the bottom is starting to tinge blue. We need time for those straws to suck all the way up. It has to go up, right? It's going to take time. So we need to be patient. So what I would like you to do is I'd like you to take your experiments and put them aside and then look at them every day. I sent home a sheet where you can keep a log of what's happening to your plants. Now you could pull it up and look and see if it's gone any higher, okay? You are junior scientists, and this is such an exciting, fun project to do. So I want you to keep an eye on your celery stalks, which are actually stems of plants, and see what happens and keep a log of it, okay? I'm going to do the same, and we'll get back to you. We will look at mine too, and I'll let you know what's happening with mine, okay? All right, I'll see you later on Zoom. Bye!